Comm Day Classic in Pokemon Go is here April 29th, and the Pokemon will be Swinub in Pokemon Go. So we're gonna get into all the details right now. Welcome to Trader Club. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Swinub, Comm Day, are you excited about it? Because we have it coming down on April 29th, which is going to be a Saturday from 2 to 5 p.m. And just remember for the Comm Day Classics, because that's what this is, they're running it back. I'm very excited about it. This Pokemon is very good, but we will talk about some of the details, some of the nuances that are going to make this Pokemon great. And we're going to give you a prep guide today to help you guys get ready for another Comm Day coming in 2 weeks, which is very exciting. So excited about this. Okay, so more than that, this day is going to include a lot of things. We will have Swinub going down. So Swinub obviously goes into PIloswine, which then goes into Mamoswine. Mamoswine will be getting the moveset, which is going to be the Comm Day moveset of Ancient Power, which is semi-controversial for me because there are different movesets on this Pokemon that are going to be more optimal than this moveset, potentially. But there's also another moveset in there that maybe some of you guys didn't know that's going to include High Horsepower, but that is not a Comm Day move. That is readily available for you guys. But without the moveset included, Swinub as a Pokemon into Mamoswine is one of the top ice attackers, and in the shadow form is even a stronger ice attacker. There's going to be field research that will help you get items as well as Swinub encounters. There's going to be timed research will help you get 4 Sinnoh stones, because just remember that evolving PIloswine into Mamoswine was a Sinnoh evolution, which will require a Sinnoh stone, as do some of the other Pokemon, including the Togetic into the Togekiss that we just had. And I blew through all of my Sinnoh stones. Man, I really wish I didn't delete all my Sinnoh stones recently. There will be the $1 quest line as always, and as we get closer to the date, I will go through all the things that are going down with this Comm Day, and I will include a hopefully day before, depending on your area. Maybe if you're in Australia, I'm not going to be able to cover that, but we will be able to cover some of the things for a lot of people to see what's coming with this paid research of $1. And not only that, the bonuses are going to be 3-hour incenses. We have 3-hour lore modules. Taking snapshots of Pokemon will give you the encounters there, which can help you towards your platinum medal if you do need more platinum medals. And then finally, the biggest bonus overall, my favorite bonus in the game, is going to be 3 times catch stardust. And if you are in a sunny weather area like California, we are going to have an amazing time because you can get even more stardust with the boost. So make sure to try to gauge and maybe see, like in your area, oh, well, I don't know if it's going to be sunny in this area. It looks like it's going to be partly cloudy, but if I go a town over, it looks like it's going to be sunny weather. And obviously the game doesn't always depict the exact same things that are going on in the actual real world, so you are going to have to be a little bit selective there. But I mean, if it's going to be clear skies and blue like California usually is, man, it's definitely going to be a great time. So with all that said, now let's start transitioning over into some of my top tips to help you guys prepped and ready. With that, tip number 1. For the Swinub, I think it's a very amazing Pokemon. I think that having a lot of Exo Candy is going to be very important for this Pokemon. So we're going to start off talking about the Megas that are going to be effective here, because Swinub is going to be an Ice and a Ground type Pokemon. So you're going to use a bunch of different Pokemon that can boost that, including Primal Groudon. Preferably, you're going to have either a Primal or a Mega at Mega level 3, whatever you want to call it, when we get into this day, because that will give you the optimal advantage to get XL Candy. So you need to have these Pokemon up there. I say 1 for every single typing is the most important thing in Pokemon Go right now, especially for acquiring this XL Candy at the highest rate. So we have Groudon. We also have 2 other Pokemon for the ground typing, which is going to be Mega Swampert, and then we also have the Mega Steelix. So all 3 of those Pokemon will be able to boost the Swinub. So 2 extremely effective Pokemon in there. I also like the Steelix because of its Steel type combination. And then finally, we have the Glalie as well as the Abomasnow. Okay, so one of those 2 Pokemon, probably if you haven't had the Abomasnow all the way to Mega level 3, you've actually just been slacking the entire time, or you're a new player. So if you don't want to go and pay for these Pokemon in raids to be able to get them there, is all you have to do is raid enough just to evolve it once. And then once you can do that, we will talk about it in another video. You can pretty much walk it for Mega Energy, and you can optimize that. We'll talk about that in a video soon, just in case to make sure you guys are up to date on all this. Okay, so now we have the Mega covered because you want to optimize the Exo Candy. Now we are going to move into tip number 2. Tip number 2 is going to be all about the items that you're going to need here, because you are going to need Great Balls and Ultra Balls. Preferably Ultra Balls. I think they're the best way to be able to optimize here. Ultra Balls, Great Ball combination, I would shoot for anywhere around 750. I haven't really been catching too many more than 750 Pokemon on a Comm Day. Have you guys been in 3 hours? Because in these Comm Day Classics, we do not get the Tier 4 raids, which can then lead us into getting more shinies. So you're not going to need an exorbitant amount of balls. And I've been getting a lot of Pokeballs back when I am playing on Comm Days. So it pretty much evens out a pretty good amount for me. So in that regard, guys, I think that we're pretty good with 750. Great Ultra Ball combination. I would say if you are using pineapple berries, even though they really do slow this game down, trying to go through the berry tray each and every time, I've been trying to influence the game to just give us a quick berry option where you can pick your berry that you're optimally using today and just put that berry up on top of the berries. And then once you click that, just by one touch of the screen, it's gonna throw it at that Pokemon. So you won't have to open the berry tray, select it, it comes out, then you touch it again, then you throw it, and then you're on. It's like, boom, the Pokemon's coming out, boom, tap, throw. I think that would be the optimal play scenario, but it's obviously not come to fruition yet, but it's something that I'm gonna keep going after. So 300 pineapple berries I think would be really good, and then going in with at least 50 red raspberries or even golden raspberries or even silver pineapple berries, all of them work. Something that's gonna increase the catch chances so that when you do encounter a shiny, it's gonna be easy for you guys to get and not have to worry about, oh, did I catch that one? You're just like, no, you give it a raspberry, you throw an Ultra Ball at it, should catch it, especially with the increased odds there. And then we're gonna need 6 star pieces. So if you are not or don't spend money on the game right now, I would suggest you guys gym every single day, because if you gym every day and you get kicked out of the gym, you can earn 50 coins, which will help contribute towards your star pieces that you're gonna need. Not only that, I say too, come in with 12-kilometer eggs, because you're gonna be on star pieces the whole time. But since the bonus is not affecting the incubator distance, what you can do is start the day before walking these 12-kilometer eggs, get them to about 9 or 10 being the maximum, I would say, because once you start pushing that, if you have Adventure Sync on, you go for a run, you forget you have your phone on you, and you push 2 kilometers through, all those eggs are gonna hatch. If you didn't have the star piece on, you miss out on all that stardust. So that's why I say 9 or 10 is pretty safe going into the event. And then once the event starts, you really start walking, obviously, because you're gonna be playing Comm Day, and then you can hatch all these eggs on a star piece when you're actually already using one. So you can optimize both, 2 for the price of 1, to get you an additional about 90,000 stardust there. So obviously we've covered the items we need, the megas that we need, the places you want to play, which then leads you to tip number 3. Tip number 3 is going to be all about the Sinnoh Stones. So where can you get Sinnoh Stones in Pokemon Go? Here's what I would suggest doing every day. Obviously play a lot, because you can get them from spinning Pokestops. Make sure to stay up on your streaks every single week and to get all the way to the end of the week, and potentially you could get a Sinnoh Stone. Not only that, guys, you can potentially get them if you are battling team leaders, so make sure to do your 3 battles every single day against your team leaders. Not only that, you can also get Sinnoh Stones by beating Rocket Grunts all the way to the leaders. Then defeating the leaders can give you Sinnoh Stones, so make sure to stay up to date on all your Rockets, and we have brand new shiny shadow Pokemon, so you might as well do that. Not only that, you can get them in PvP as rewards as well. So there are multiple places that you guys can do this. Staying up to date on all these places will help you earn more Sinnoh Stones to be able to go into this day, so that if you do want to evolve multiple of them, you can. But at the same time, guys, I am going to tell you guys right now that Ancient Power in PV Poke is not the most recommended moveset if you guys do want to check it out over here. So you don't need to like be super pressed like, oh my gosh, I don't have like 20 Sinnoh Stones, it's a real issue, I'm not going to get Ancient Power. It's like, dude, Ancient Power isn't even the recommended moveset. It's an off-stab boosted move. It's not the most effective move, and it also gets Avalanche, and it gets high horsepower, which are recommended over this moveset, which we will go into more depth in the future on that video that I talked about, where I will go over the $1 quest line. I always put in the back of that a best of the best of the Mamoswine or whatever Pokemon that it is, so you can see where this Pokemon is ranked and with high horsepower, and we'll check out the Shadow one as well. So that's very exciting. I'm excited for this day. It's a great Pokemon to stack up for XL Candy. The Shadow is extremely effective, slightly glassy, but very effective in Pokemon Go for delivering a lot of damage in a short amount of time. So that's going to be the Comm Day Classic in Pokemon Go. Appreciate you guys tuning in as always. To all my likers, comments, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody takes their support, subscription, and participation to the next level. I'm going to see you guys out in the next video. Peace.
I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.